I had a BioResonance scan, and then the following week a BioResonance treatment, I think that's what it's called, and the results shocked me. So what is BioResonance? That's a really good question, because I had absolutely no idea about it, and probably actually still don't. But listen, I mean, don't click off, because this thing is freaking amazing. I feel really good since having this treatment, and I'm also continuing the treatment with a little device, but if you stay tuned I'll tell you a little bit about that as well. So basically, in Lagos, where I live in Portugal, if you're new here, so I've lived in Portugal almost my whole life. I came here when I was 10, so that's not important, but this treatment is available worldwide. There are different places that do it, but this particular one is in Lagos, in a place called Casa Sacra, with a really lovely girl called Anastasija, and I hope I'm saying that right. But anyway, this particular treatment, I went because I wanted to check it out so that I could tell you guys about it, because it's something that's completely different. A lot of people probably think it's a bit way out. I think the medical society, is that the right word, are still a bit, skeptical about it. Me, on the other hand, not skeptical one bit, because I am totally into alternative therapies, and I always have been. And I have seen results firsthand for stuff like that, for alternative stuff. My father-in-law, who passed away in 2001, he was very ill for many years, and we booked him in for a reflexology treatment, and that one treatment changed his life. And we reckon that just that one trigger of him going to have reflexology, and then he continued with it, we reckon that extended his life probably for quite a few years. It's amazing, but that's not what I'm talking about today. Today it's about bioresonance therapy. So basically, it's a frequency therapy, so it works on a cellular level. Gosh, say that after you've had a glass of wine. It works on a cellular level, and it rebalances the whole body and mind system, and it addresses like specific issues in the body, or it like literally kind of treats the whole body. I'm not explaining this very well, am I? Okay, let's see if I can explain it better. So it was developed, I think, about 30 odd years ago, in, I'm not sure if it was Germany or Eastern Europe, something like that. And it's based on the principles of Chinese medicine, with the qi flowing and the meridians going through the body and all that heebie-jeebie stuff. It's kind of based on that. So you get sort of linked up to this machine. So you have a thing on your head, you have two metal attachments on your wrists and on your ankles, and then it does a scan of the whole body. And what it does, it can tell exactly what is sort of out of sync in the body. So it can pick up on any serious illnesses, any illness or anything that might be in the beginnings of an illness, so you can catch it before illnesses and diseases and stuff like that get worse. I know I'm still not explaining it very well, but it's just one of those things that has to be seen and done for you to really understand how it works, but it is freaking amazing. So I had I had the scan 2 weeks ago. So I went in, I got hooked up to the machine, and then Anastasija started the scan. So the scan doesn't last very long. Is it 20 minutes? I can't even remember, but the whole thing, I was in and out probably an hour or so, like that. That was the actual scan. So that scan, it showed that I don't have any serious issues to contend with, which was a huge relief. But it did show me that my body itself is actually a lot older than my actual age, which freaked me out. I mean, Jesus, I'm 48 and this scan said that I was 55, and that is not good. And that shocked me so much. When I got home, I was like, right, I've got to do something about this. So I started drinking more water, and I started working out more with weights. Nothing major, just at home, you know, sort of 20-30 minutes in the morning, as well as my usual yoga. Because I've done yoga, just a little bit of yoga for years now, since, I don't know, probably 10 years, maybe more, 10, 15 years I've been doing yoga. But obviously my body needed something else, and I knew it did, but I guess I needed a push to actually get it done. So that's what it picked up on, and that's what I started changing. I started doing things that were much more beneficial to my health. I am already fairly healthy, at least I thought I was. So that was one thing. And other things that it picked up that my body could, in the future, I could potentially have the, I don't know what the word is, a precursor, whatever. I could get a breast cancer in my left breast, which again, it does make sense because I think both of my grandmothers, my biological grandmothers, I think both died of breast cancer. So it obviously is in the family. But that, I mean, just to know that is amazing, because I'm obviously now going to be taking more care and checking myself a lot more often, which I will be anyway, because my best friend is literally just recovered from breast cancer, so I'm already on that. But the machine said that one thing, and it picks up on everything. Oh, it's just amazing. I can't even describe it properly, because I get chills, you know. I'm literally getting like goosebumps just thinking about it. Anyway, I need to stop and explain myself. I can't explain myself, it's so difficult. I just wish that you could all go and have the scan. Just do it, you know, because you'll start looking at things differently. It's the only way I can explain it. You will look at yourself differently, and you will look at yourself and think, that is potentially something I need to work on. Like, for instance, I can't even think. It picked up on my hormones, on my, I can't think of the word. Thanks, hormones. It picked up on there were issues with my hormones, which obviously makes perfect sense because I'm 48 and I'm literally in the middle of perimenopause, so my hormones are all over the place. So it picked up on stuff like that. Oh my god, I can't even explain it. Once you've done the scan and then you go home, Anastasija will go through all the results, and she will actually send you a PDF of the results. So you have this PDF which is super in-depth. I mean, it's like probably like 10 pages long. I'm just trying to open mine now just to have a look. Okay, so this report, it shows that, so the circulatory system, I have no abnormalities. The digestive system, I have minimum abnormalities, which is interesting because I do have issues with my digestion sometimes. The endocrine system, no abnormalities. Head organs, no. Lymphatic, no. Bronchopulmonary, no. Urinary, no. Immune system, no. Musculoskeletal system, minimal abnormalities. So it's like, it's telling you everything that you need to keep an eye on, which is amazing. So it's telling me other things, that my central nervous system is normal, my organism's degree of reactivity seems to be normal, and I have good resistance to biopathogenic factors. And then that's just like the first page telling you all that stuff. And then it's picking up on loads of different things, and you have like these, it's like a graph, and you've got all different colors, and the things, green is normal. So my graph, I will put it up here so you can have a look. My graph, the majority of it is green, which is really good. And then there are some which are like a teal color, and that's sort of, that there are slight not abnormalities, but there are just tiny things that could be improved upon or so on. So let's see, what have I got that is in teal? So number 6. Organs of vision and hearing on the left. That's coming up as slightly under normal or over normal. I don't know which way, but I mean, my eyesight is pretty shit. Sorry for the language. And I think sometimes I feel like my hearing isn't that great. So it's picking up on that. So let's have, what else do we have? Larynx. So the trachea, again, I'm not really sure. Occasionally I do have like, I say choking. I choke like on my own saliva, which is so embarrassing, and especially when it happens like in the middle of a restaurant. So I mean, that could be something that is, you know, to do with the trachea. Let's see what else. Cervical lymphatic nodes, yeah, okay, 26. Tonsils, spleen, liver. I do like a drink. Not too much, I don't drink too much, but I do like to have a drink. What else have I got? But nothing is serious, nothing is wrong. Nothing is wrong, let me just reiterate that. Everything is in a pretty good state. So I'm just showing you this just to give you an idea of what to expect. Okay, the other thing that it shows you are your chakras, which I think, you know, as somebody who's really into alternative therapy, it's really interesting to know if your chakras are, I don't know, open, I guess is the word. And when I went the first time for the actual scan, there were some issues that generally my chakras are in a pretty good state, but it could have improved. So it shows you that with the images. Actually, this scan that I have at the moment is actually the second scan. So basically, I did the first scan 2 weeks ago, and then a week later I went back and I had another scan and a treatment which uses the same system, and then a scan again. So this result is the scan after that one. So after that week, the first scan I had, I came home, I did all those changes, and I started to work out, and I was drinking more water, and I was being more healthy, etc., etc. And on the scan, when she did it again, it showed that my age had come down from 55 to 49. So now my body is just 1 year older than it actually is, if that makes sense. So obviously I was bloody thrilled that had happened, because, you know, I didn't want to be 7 years older than my actual age. I mean, that really freaked me out. So I'm really happy now that I have managed to bring it down by making those changes. But it just goes to show, just by making simple changes to your lifestyle, you can make a huge improvement to your body. And I'm getting goosebumps again just thinking about it. And I do feel a lot better. So that is basically what I've been doing. The other thing I did mention that I was going to tell you about was that I'm also using, just for a week, is this little device. So this is, what is this called? Let me just, so this is the frequency device. And this has a therapeutic effect, and it's got loads of different programs on there. So it's got like basic programs, and also Anastasija put in some programs that were specifically set up for me. So I use this during the day. I like literally just put it around, oh, it's on my earrings. Literally just put it around my neck while I'm working on the computer or next to me. And at night, I literally just put it under the pillow. And I put the longest one on, which I think is dealing with my, I can't think what it's called at the moment. So there is one program on there which is really long, it's about 8 hours. And that is treating me. So it's under my pillow and it's literally treating me while I sleep, which is amazing. And I have felt this really working. I had some stomach issues the other day. So I set it up for the digestive program, and I put it around my neck, and I think I had it on for an hour or something. And I don't know if it was a psychological response, but I could feel something. I really felt something working, and I felt better after an hour or so. I felt better. So You know, you can think it's all heebie-jeebie stuff if you really want to, but you know, for me, this kind of stuff works wonders, and I just love it. I just love alternative therapies like this, and this is, to me, it's akin to, you know, going and having acupuncture. Although this, to be fair, I would say go and have a bioresonance scan and find out if there's anything wrong, especially if you suspect that there is something wrong in your body and the doctors haven't been able to figure out what's wrong. Then go and have the scan, and then it will be able to tell you exactly what's going on. I can't recommend it enough. You'd think that I was on a commission or something, but I'm really not. If you're looking to heal something, then I highly recommend it. And I know if you're still actually watching this video, then thank you, because I have mumbled my way through it trying to explain, but it's so difficult to explain. Oh, I've just remembered the word, that the thing that I had for 8 hours, it's psychosomatics, because that is something else that it can heal. It's something, if you've got problems that date back for years, and I'm not talking about physical problems, I'm talking about kind of emotional problems that go back years that are affecting you, but you're not really aware. This can sort it. It can sort it. I don't really know what else to say, but if you're living somewhere and you can find somewhere locally that does the bioresonance therapy scans and stuff, I would just go in and have a chat with them, because, you know, it's amazing. It's amazing. Anyway, I'm going to stop going on now, because if you're still here, I'm amazed. Just thanks, you know. Give the video a like. Please subscribe to the channel. I got some really fun stuff coming up. I shall see you in the next one. Thanks again. Ciao.